All right, I think we got everything set up. I think we should be good to go. Man, I'm kind of looking for another little reversal here. Let's see. I think if we can run this wick, maybe we get one more push down here. Let's see. I feel like I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know what it is here. Maybe look for a little bit of pullback, then a reversal. I want to say down here, you're going to have a fairly big pop down there. Just want to make sure volume's working. Okay. Oh, crap. I turned my head and I missed the push down. How many points? Shit, we only got 10 points left. Maybe 20. I think I'm gonna wait for that previous day low. Where's that previous day low at? What, 30s? Hope we'll get maybe. Man, we left this gap. Man, I want to see us pull back up to the 90s. I don't know if the safer play would be wait for us to push back up after we run that previous day low. That was pretty much that big whip candle that was to the downside from earlier today. So I'm kind of hoping we get a just don't want to jump in too early before we get the push down. This is getting kind of weak, but man, there is a lot of resistance in this area on the hourly. All right, give me a minute, I'll fix it. Oh, why didn't it let me move it here? I don't know if it won't, for some reason it won't let me move that. I don't know if it's because I'm already live or what it is. Yeah, it won't let me adjust the screen, I guess, once I'm live. Was kind of looking for a little 30 bounce here. That one level we have sitting here is the previous day close. Previous day close. A lot of times that offers a little bounce, and there's a lot of wicks in that area. Another area that I would like to see is I'd like to see us bounce off that previous day low, then kind of come back and mitigate this this gap up here. Not sure. We're just going to have to sit on our hands for a few minutes just to kind of wait. Yeah, the Asian market hasn't been that bad lately. It's been offering moves. I mean, that's always a plus. I mean, we got a big sell off. I caught a little bit of the sell off from earlier to pass this last little eval that I'd been working on. So I'm looking for a pop out of this area. I'd like to see us push down a little bit more, but we did sweep that low from earlier, so we could have a pullback here. Was that the 45 there? But I'd like to see us kind of run down that previous day low if we can. There at the 30s. Oh. It's like, where is that freaking commercial coming from? Like I said, I will try to take a play off that previous day low if we can touch that. So, which, I don't know, let's... Now, this could come back down to 30, guys, so we have to be aware of that. So if it comes back down to 30s, what we'll do is we will add in and DCA in. This is a Bulanox eval, so I don't ever really recommend following these trades because we have not run that previous day. Previous day close. I kept saying previous day low. So I thought we would get one more play up to 63. Was looking for like a push up to 64 here. But we would have to get through the 56. I know the 56 we've already kind of hit once, so I'm hoping we get the 64 and kind of pull back another pullback here, there. Let's see what time it is. I thought we could get 64. A little bit on the... That's something about Asian market, man. You got to be patient. But I'm also aware that I can push down to 30. I will add in at 30. Got about 20 seconds left on this candle. This is a brand new eval that we just started. Since we've already kind of passed that other one. So we passed it earlier. So we did get over the 26,582. So hopefully this spot doesn't turn into our consolidation. With the Rico candles, I'm taking this based off of Rico candles. And I usually, these are some of the stuff I don't take on stream just because. Well, we ran that low, so I was looking for a push back up into that gap at the 80s and 90s. Oh, never mind. Oh, shoot. I just realized that's not a gap. I just realized that big old wick beside it. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, wait. Yeah, there is. It's up here. Ooh, the buyers are definitely losing this area. We got about 8 minutes to the top of the hour, so I was kind of hoping a lot of support here on the hourly. So I thought we would get a little bit more resistance. So you may get one more bounce here at the 30s. See if we can get out of this. Hopefully we don't get wrecked on this, guys. I just know if we don't get too heavy, we should get a bounce. This is pretty normal for Asia market. Now it's going to really be crappy if we don't kind of get out of this trade before the top of the hour. So this is our 30 bounce. This is where we need to get out of this trade here off of that 30 bounce. 55 is kind of the line in the sand for the next pullback because 48 should be the next pullback, but I'm not sure if we get up to 55. So next is going to be 25. Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong button. See if the 25 is going to give us a bounce. The next bounce is not going to come all the way in down till we pretty much reach the 100 here. Remember guys, these are evals only. I don't ever recommend following eval trades in the Asian markets. These are $15 evals that I get from Bulanox to trade. So please do not follow these trades with your expensive evals. Woo, we only got about 3 minutes left. It's not going to be good times if this thing loses this area. Woo. When I entered that, when we were pushing back up, I thought we were going back up here to kind of fill in this gap here at the 90s. So that was the idea of the long while ago. A lot of times we like to fill in those gaps before we move down. So it looks like we may not get the push back up before the new hourly candle. That's kind of what we were hoping for. So the hourly candle could go all the way down to 29,030, guys. So if we escape this, we're definitely going to be probably short bias. Minute left. So it looks like we're going to wait till this next hourly candle before we get any type of movement here. Remember guys, probably the 100 level is going to be my line in the sand here. We'll just have to cut our losses here. $20 seconds. Do we get one more? Let's see where we could. 2 of 3. Shit, 32 is my fucking right there at it. We may bounce at 32. I don't know if we get through 36. I have a level at 32. I don't know if we get through there. It should pull back to 24. Oh, you blew your 50K yesterday? Ugh. There's the, damn it. If we get through this 32, we should get it push up to 46. We just got to hold 24. Like I said, 32 is the level you'll have to get through to move up. I'll give it a few more tries. I really can't hold this down for a big pullback because we've kind of DCA'd in a little high. So it has to hold in this area. All right. Let's see where we can go. 51 would probably be your safe target. I'd like to see it go all the way back up to here. That is completely just Rico candles. The Asian market follows the Rico candles fairly well at night, just off of EMAs. Just Rico candles. They're pretty good about holding up. They always running from level to level on Rico candles. So like you would hit this 44 to 49, anticipate a 5 to 10 point pullback. Then if this holds, then it'll continue up to your next set of EMAs, which is the 50, all the way up to 77 to 80. Just because there's not a lot of volume in this time of the night, so they usually hold up fairly well. So like you want to see it pull back down to the 30s here, kind of retest maybe the top of this candle and see if it holds. Don't know if we get back through that though. I feel like 51 is probably your safe target. I don't know if we get back through 50s here. I want to say that was that low from today. 45. So 45 is the low. I thought it was 51. So 45. So you may get, if we get through 45, you should get another push. That's from that low from earlier today. Unless it holds here at 45. I want to say that's also a hourly low too, so it definitely, it may come back down. I'm definitely not going to let it come back and take my profit from earlier, so. So we'll just leave it here just in case that goes through. Oh my goodness. Like I said, that 45 was a low for a hourly candle, and there's still a lot of room to the downside. Well, looks like we're about to get stopped out here. All right. All right, so now we're just kind of back to sitting on our hands for a few minutes. Got a new 5-minute candle here in about a minute, so like I said, there is a lot of room all the way down, like 100 points to the downside. All right, 20 seconds left. All right. May get another big push up here. Like I said, not really a lot to do here. We're just going to be, I don't know how long it's going to stay here and consolidate. I was hoping that the market would almost move to the downside. I feel like there's a lot more room to the downside to go. But I just don't know if we need to fill in this gap back up here to the top side first. So unfortunately, we just kind of have to just sit here and just be patient and wait, because right now it's just kind of chopping back and forth. I would prefer to move to the downside. To me, that's kind of where it looks like it's going. I just don't want to jump in and get basically caught into like a drawdown play here. Where we need to break 17. Maybe if we broke 17, maybe we'll get a little push down here. Let's kind of back out of that zone that we're watching here. Thank you guys all for watching tonight. Hopefully everyone had a decent day trading. We did not trade on our stream today. We were pretty much on my funded futures today, so we did not trade on our stream today. So we did take a 5-minute setup that I like to take quite a bit, and I will pull that over and show you in a minute. That is right here. So let me pull it over. So this is a pattern that we look for during the daytime. So kind of what we were looking for a while ago. So basically what you're doing is just looking for basically an imbalanced gap left behind by a big bearish candle or bullish. It doesn't really matter what it is. Then you're just looking for that next candle. It's kind of like a little 5-minute bear flag is basically all it is. And then sometimes you don't get the balance where it pulls back to balance, but this morning you did before you got the big sell-off. Then we took this down to the 4-hour low here. So that was our target, down to 211. So it was about a 50 or 60 point. I want to say this big wick here was a Trump candle or something, because it was like a 80-point candle this morning. So that's kind of the trade we took this morning. Yeah, I hope so, man. I struggled pretty bad last week because we were stuck in a range. We can bring that over, kind of show you what that looks like. So this is where we've been stuck at last Wednesday. So last Wednesday, we created this massive order block on the 1 hour candle. And I almost feel like this thing is just making lower highs, waiting for those NVIDIA numbers to come out tomorrow. So I'm wondering if NVIDIA numbers, you're going to get like this massive move to the upside. Like this is an hourly candle. And we've just been in this massive, basically making this huge bull flag for a whole week. So this is the reason why we haven't been moving up. And this is the reason why I'm looking for lows. I was kind of looking for this evening. I was looking for us to run down here into the 50s tonight, or even maybe down to here. So we'll have to see. So that's kind of what we were looking for tonight, for us to move down there. Yeah, see, they hit right off the bottom of that 1 hour candle here. I don't know if we get back up through here. So that's why I'm kind of leaning to the downside at the moment. What would that be? 45 here? What time is it? Yeah, I know. I don't even know if we'll get a payout this month. The only 2 months that I haven't got payouts this year is probably what, May and now possibly August. I would need to make another $350 to get at least a $500 payout through Luciv. Then unfortunately we messed up our the one account that I was like $750 away from $1,000 payout, and kind of had a little bit of a tilt day last week. Sometimes whenever I start struggling, sometimes it's just best to just try to survive and put your accounts away. Like I almost went tilt on 2 fundeds last week, but we had to just finally disconnect that thing so we wouldn't continue. So may not get the bigger move until the bottom of the hour on the 30-minute candle. That's the thing about Asia market. A lot of times in between the bigger candles, you get a lot of just chop. Like you may not get your next big move until 10 o'clock or 9:30 or yeah, like the 15 minutes, the 30-minute candles. See, 31. Like I said, I am going to be short bias here. I want to be short here right below 2017 area. Is anybody else in a trade tonight? Anybody feel like sharing their position? Those people with the 100% win rate that never lose but are begging for people to come join them. Like, come on, man. Oh, goodness. Don't ever trust anybody that says they got a 98% win rate. There's no such thing. Most people that are streaming online are probably between 50 to 75 if I had to pick. So usually if I go back and look at my counts, sometimes they're like 60 something percent most of the time. So if you can be between 60 and 70% and have somewhat of a decent risk management, you should be fine. So, unless you're just full porting. Full port. The 5 minutes got a pivot at 64. Don't know if we can get through that or not. But if I'm watching the hourly candle, man, it looks like it's going to go all the way down to 29,028. So, like I said, definitely short bias here. I can bring over the 1 thing that we're looking forward to the downside, and just watch it off of it if you want. This is your hourly candle. This is what you could maybe, this is kind of what we're looking for us to run here. That'd be your next low on your hourly. That's what these little ledges that you see, they're just ledges. But there's also a 5-minute pivot sitting at 29,060. Ooh, we got weak support all the way down here. It's crazy that we're leaving all these gaps without any kind of pullbacks here. You would think after this big pull down, we're going to have a big move back up, which it could come tomorrow or overnight during the London session. Or they could save this big move for, like I said, the NVIDIA numbers release. I didn't take it because I wasn't sure if it was going to hold. That 45 was kind of the entry. A lot of times, if you can catch it, if you're paying attention, a lot of times we will pull back and retest the previous low on the hourly, and it will offer a nice move. We should be back in the New York session tomorrow, so we don't have to be on my funded futures in the morning. So we'll definitely be trading the. It's a little difficult to trade my fundeds in the morning on my funded futures. So I struggle with trading fundeds because there's so much going on between chat and stream and questions. So a lot of times we find ourselves not trading the funded accounts. Little close up here, since we're just kind of waiting. I want to see a dump here. We mitigated this 5-minute imbalance area. So this is similar to like the 5-minute play that we take sometimes. See if that's going to hold. Check out American Fusion. I'm not sure what that is. Is that like a stock that you're watching? come on, people. Yes, you like that makes no sense. You should come in and say you have a 70% win rate. That would sound a little bit more convincing than a 98% win rate. Oh, goodness. $98%. Commercial live fusion energy. Yeah, I have no idea what that is, man. Well, we did fill in that gap fill. What time is it? All right, so this is a new 30-minute candle. Oh, they're penny stocks. Oh, I don't know if I've ever bought a penny stock, man. Maybe a penny crypto. I've bought those before, but not a penny stock. The only thing that I've really been buying lately is just probably XRP lately. I was trying to get 1,000 XRP just to put on my little storage card. I think we're up to 566 now, so we still need another 400 bucks worth of crypto, or worth the I think last time I had 1,000 and I ended up selling it because I needed some money. I was going to use the money for something, and literally as I sold it, that's when it pumped up to like $4. I was like, man, could have had like 4 grand. Like I said, I'm targeting the 71. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Get on down there. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. Up 15 cents. Heck yeah. Only at a penny? Man. I'm looking for this area to hold up, the 12 to 16. If we push through here, you should get another push up to 27 here. That's going to be insane that we don't push down and take out those areas. But that's the only thing about this Asia market, man. It can be so manipulating sometimes that. All right, there's your 27. Through 27, man, we could have a decent pullback here. We would need the 30s to hold up here for us to not to move any higher. 33. I really wouldn't be even consider a long unless we're back above the 45s. Yeah, I'm trading micros. I swear, man. I'm getting spammed like crazy tonight, guys. Unless 27 holds here. All right, we got 1 minute left before a new 5-minute candle. Yeah, the good old whole number caught us up. I thought we would get a nice little push down to the 50s. 61 at least. I won't consider it long unless we're back above 45. Oh, you have a order at 100? Is that what you're saying? You have an order at 100? Well, 27's trying to hold up. Wish I kind of knew where the 9 EMA was. So far, really haven't broken out since we've gotten to the Asia market. We pretty much just a lot of just back and forth, a lot of consolidation, more of a scalping. If you're looking for like 5 or 10 points. was kind of hoping the 27 was hold here and we start moving back down. What is your position down at the 100s? Is that a short or a long that you're looking for? I can hear my dog walking in the background. Oh, goodness. Clickety click click. All right. $27 holds up. I'm waiting to see if we get through 33. I may consider a long if we get back above this previous swing. I just don't know if this is just going to be a 50% pullback. I didn't really pull fib on this leg to see. So basically, if this is just going to be a 50% in the nighttime price action, the market likes the 50% pullbacks. And right now you're at the 50, 60%. So you would almost want to see it start moving back down here. Oh, yeah, MNQ Junior. All right, let's see if we can get to 71 here. I want to, like I said, I'm still looking for it to push down to 29,061. As long as the 27 to 33 holds here. Oh. Like I said, I'm still looking for shorts below 33 or below 45. Unless we break back above 33 and also get back above the 40 area. You kind of want to continue this lower high here where we kind of just continue this trend. Ooh. Would anybody feel like sharing if they're in a long or short at the moment? Is anybody fading one another? Like I said, I'm short bias here. Unless we break back above the 27 to 30 area. So we're looking for shorts. Then I would have to see us push back above 45 before we consider longs. You got about 10 more minutes before the top of the hour, and that'll give us like an hourly candle slash it'll be a brand new 4-hour candle too. What did Methodical decide to stream tonight? He did. What is Methodical in here? Is he a short? Is he short with, are we both short? Is he short? I can't tell. Yeah, he's short. Methodical with the short. All right, guys, we got about, we still got about 10 minutes to the top of the hour. I'm pretty sure we're just going to sit here and consolidate. Really want to see this candle break the 100s instead of just making another little bull flag, I guess, where you have the 3 candle pullback and you have the big move up to the top side here. Is anybody here good at range trading? I mean, the Asian market is pretty good. Like, you know, it offers a lot of opportunities for range trading. For anybody that's good at range. So like I said, I'm still looking for 71 to get hit here. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have to try to hang on until the top of the hour here. It's about 8 more minutes. Usually the top of the hour, which is a brand new 4-hour candle, and your new hourly candle, a lot of times you'll get like a little move at the top of the hour here. What's crazy is last night, I think we were in the low in the early Asia market last night around that 80. Wherever we were at in the 80s last night ended up being the low before we moved back up all night. Uh, all right, guys, we got about a minute left for a new 5-minute candle. Price action has just been kind of stuck here for the last few minutes. There's not really a lot to do. Hey, Terry, how are you doing? Terry's on TikTok? No, like I said, dude, once this is back above 33, I won't be short bias anymore. How would you explain how the money goes up and down for beginners? Buyers and sellers. So if there's more buyers, the market goes up. If there's more sellers, the market goes down. And if you get a lot of chopping back and forth, that means the buyers are just kind of battling it out. So, and to whoever wins. Most of the time it's not buyers, normal buyers, little retail sellers aren't moving the market. These are sim accounts, so they're just manipulating the market. So they're just like a mirror of what the market is doing. Whatever trades that we take on prop firms does not affect the real market. Just because they're simulation accounts. You would have to be put into a live. I think you would have to have a, what is that called? There's a program you can have. I forgot what it's called. I know Bookmap may show you like buyers and sellers and stuff like that, but I've never used it. So there's some programs out there. It kind of shows you where all the buyers and sellers are sitting. I think there's called level 2. I think that maybe shows you where all the orders are coming into. Some people use volume profile to kind of show you where the orders are sitting. So I don't know. There's a array of different things that you can look into. I mean, nothing's super accurate, and what is it? Or it's delayed. Sometimes it's delayed information. So Forex futures, I don't know a lot about that. That's a currency, the currency market. This is based off of stocks. So this is the futures market is based off the Nasdaq. So whatever, how many stocks are in the Nasdaq? Is it 100 stocks or whatever? How many stocks are in this Nasdaq? No, it has to be more than that. I would have to Google that one. I'm not really sure how many stocks are in the Nasdaq unless someone just knows that right offhand. Or kind of like the S&P, the ES. I think it's 500 stocks. All right, here comes that key level here. You really don't want us back above this level. What do we got 1 minute to the top of the hour here. I was still kind of looking for a move back to the upside for us to rebalance this gap way back up here at freaking 88. Don't know if we get it. I really don't like the longs unless we're back above the 40s here. And that'd be your hourly candle there in the 40s. So you should kind of get an idea what we're going to do here at the top of the hour. You'll get this 4-hour candle. Did Methodical close his trade over there? He was in a short too. Dude, what did he do? He dropped the hammer on those accounts? Looks like he's in a crap load. All right, here we come. 4-hour candle, your hourly candle. Do we get a move back to the top side here, guys? You really got to break this previous high here at 40s. See that 44-40 area that's marked out? That is the hourly. So that's why we're getting stuck there. So we would need to be back above 45 for you kind of want to consider a long. I mean, if we can pop the 45, you may get a big pushback to the top side. What it is, it's kind of hitting that previous low of the hourly candle. I mean, I guess you can always take a teaser long and see if it gets through. For shorts, I would need to be back below 18. I still want to see us push down and take out 61 to 50s on the off of that hourly candle. So I'm hoping that we continue pushing down. I don't really want to see us push up. Price action's been pretty mild tonight. We're pretty much just kind of trapped in what, about a 40-point range. So what, since 7 o'clock, we've been trapped between 140 and the 29,100. So haven't really been a lot to do besides just sit on your hands. And that's just the beast of the Asia market, guys. Sometimes you just get this type of price action where the market just doesn't move in the Asia market. So if you miss the big sell-off in the beginning, then the rest of the night you can just be sitting here till like freaking the Asia market opens up. Not Asia market, but the European market opens up later tonight. Oh, they said 3,000 to 4,000 companies in the Nasdaq. Holy goodness. Whew. That 122 is a 9 EMA, and that big purple line to the top side is the VWAP. I just have that on there, Neil, just because there's a guy who's usually in my lobby that likes using the VWAP, so I put it on there. I don't really use the EMAs to trade off of. They're just there for, I guess, anybody that wants to use them. To me, I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens with this 4-hour candle here. I really like to see us get a move off of this. The VWAP. Volume weighted moving average. What's up, Bobo Trades? How are you doing? Yeah, VWAP, making sure. You're up 200 tonight? Nice. We are, I want to say, we made 200 earlier to finally pass an account. So this one we traded way before the stream started. That was that big sell off that we had earlier. This was that one that we were trading earlier that we kind of went in heavy with to get out. I don't usually mess with the earnings, or I don't try to trade them, but I just kind of wait and just see what the market opens in the morning. What's up, Wes? How are you doing tonight? I finally passed that Bewley eval tonight, Wes. So I was going to start on a day trader account, but apparently they don't really work on Ninja Trader. So may have to start. I've already bought it, unfortunately. So I may have to trade on Quant Tower. I mean, I don't have no issues with day trader. The only thing I don't like is I can't trade on Ninja. And I struggle using Quant Tower just because it's different and I'm not used to it. So and we're also going to start a take profit trader account too. Eval. Hopefully I don't do nothing too stupid with it, because that's 150K. We don't ever trade 150K, so we're going to be up in the ante a little bit, because we have to make so much money on that thing. I'm hoping this thing breaks out to the downside. That's what we're looking for. We're about to have a new 5-minute candle too. It's probably not going down because Methodical is short. The market doesn't like Methodical at night. So we're going to blame it on Methodical. Methodical man's short too. He's actually looking for the same freaking target that I've been looking for. I will try a scalp play probably back above this 43 level if we get through this hourly candle. Maybe this hourly candle wants to we got a huge imbalance gap to the top side on the hourly candle, where I thought, maybe we get a big push back up to 60s. What, 53, 63, so. Ooh, it's trying its best to get through those levels, guys. It's trying its best. Remember, be careful if you're trying to long here, because what it is, we're stuck at a previous low on an hourly candle at 43. That's why we kind of have it marked out. It's just do not take a trade into that area. You almost need to see it break above it. How's everybody else's trading been this session? So if you're just joining us, guys, I do not trade funded accounts in the Asia market. So what I do in the Asia markets, I just do it more for exposure on YouTube or TikTok, and I trade evals only. So all my funded trades are always taken in the New York session. So usually we're just building our up, trying to get more fundeds, but funded trades I do not take in the Asia market. So this is why I don't ever recommend following the eval trades. And these are cheaper evals that we're trading. So these are like $15 evals from Bulanox that we're trading. So like, if you got like $100 Lucif account or, $100 my funded futures account, I would definitely not recommend following. The only time I recommend following my trades if you want to follow funded accounts, and usually I let everybody know when I'm trading funded. But I use a lot of my evals just for a lot of chart timing, just because I like chart time. The more you watch the market, the more you get used to it. So that's a lot of times what I use these cheaper evals for. So I would never do this with my, say, 150K take profit trader account that we just picked up. So hopefully we don't wreck it. Where is that thing? Oh, I am logged in. Pop it. "40 seconds left." Yeah, so we will start that tomorrow. These are 150K and you get, I think, $4,500 in drawdown. So, and I hardly ever trade big accounts. Come on, 43. If we break 43, we may try a scalp here. I'm just scared it's going to pop it, then come back down. This is that hourly, bottom of that hourly candle from earlier today. We got about 10 points that we can get up there. Whew. It's still struggling to get through there. All right. There's that break of that hourly candle there. Let's see if we can get a runner here. I still want to see that gap fill in. 55 is a safe target if you're just looking for 5 or 10 points. It's going to come back at 55. Yeah, see, this left a gap here too, so this thing could come back down. Push it. Where could we go? Oh, man, the hourly could go. I'm going to get greedy here, guys. I'm going to get greedy here. We're going to... I think it wants to fill in that gap fill up there. Oh shit. I couldn't move my damn thing with the break even. All right. Put my freaking contract back on. Oh, goodness. No, these are 5 minutes, 5-minute candles. So we take all of our trades on the 5 minutes. We're constantly watching the hourly candles, the 15-minute candles, and sometimes the 4-hour candles. So this trade here is based off the hourly candle on the 5-minute candle. So what this is a previous 4-hour low. Show you right there. So this is the hourly that we're kind of watching here. So we just broke this previous hourly low here at 46. So we got to stay above this. And what I'm looking for is to see if the hourly can kind of push back up here and take out some of these wicks. And we had a big gap fill in from earlier. So we'll have to just see what happens here on the 5 minutes. If you look on the 5 minutes, we had a imbalance gap up there in the 90s. I'm not saying we will get back up there, but you never know. I feel, well, let's see. I think I had a spot here on the 5-minute charts. 64. We could get stuck at 64 also. Like I said, I feel if you did, like, just for instance take that long as we broke above that 45, 43, 55 was your safe target just for scalping purposes. And if we can get through the 64, we should get a, like I said, I'm looking for that push up to 90 possibly. Like, we could hit that 64 and come all the way back down. Y'all see, is anybody in Methodical's lobby over there? Y'all see him spamming that buy button? Holy goodness. He's got about 50 contracts on there right now. Goodness. I wonder what size account that is. He said he's in 10 micros. It looks about 30 or 40 micros deep over there. It's so many. Oh goodness. Oh, maybe it's because he haven't. Oh, okay. I think what it is, I'm seeing the buys and sell orders smushed together. So he's got them separated. That's what it is. When he had them. Okay. So it's only 10 on each side. So he had them smashed together and it looked like they were all one big community of orders. All right, here comes our line in the sand, 64, guys. So if you're in a short, you got to have 64 hold here. So you see the rejection? We just rejected once. It's like, is it going to hold? But see, this is only a 5-minute support line. This isn't a higher time frame, so you don't know. We will see. Like I said, get through there. Someone's in trouble. 64 got lost. There's nothing to hold that 64 down. I mean, now we're definitely going to 75. So we should get 75. Come on. No, it's trying to hold on. It's trying to hold on. Get through there. 64 is just give it up. 64. Where could we come back down to? 50s maybe. 56, 56, yeah. I may just take 75, the VWAP here, just because I don't want to fight the VWAP. Nice trade as soon as we broke that that hourly, back above that hourly low. Now above that, up to the 200 level, there's a lot of resistance sitting up there at the 200s. That's on the hourly candle that we pointed out quite a few times here. I'm going to take the safe target, which is 75. We hit the 75 and I had it sitting at 76. All right, let's get it down to 75. Damn it. $70. I don't really want it back below 70 here. I want this wick to hold up. Probably going to close this. I'm not going to be a stickler for freaking 10 extra bucks. All right, we're going to close that because we did hit the 75. I had it set at 76, so we missed it by just a few ticks. I don't know if we pull back to this 50s here. A lot of times if you'll go from 75 back down to 50 into the 50s. So this was the actual first night trading is 25K. We're up 240 first night, so not bad. And we passed that other account. Even though we won't be trading it, it'll just be sitting there. The one that we just got out of the trade with, we're at 239. This one we were in this short before we started streaming. And we only need 100 and something to pass it. So we're about $82 over. And that was for... So I'm almost going to be done working on Bewley. I really want to start trading something else besides Bewleys in the night. I was hoping to try to work on day trader accounts, but didn't happen. Let's see. All right, guys, we're going to be kind of back to sitting on our hands. I feel like you may get a good short opportunity up here if you missed the long. In this area up here, you can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4 1-hour candles in this spot. So you would think that we would want to bounce, at least get a nice scalp and play off the 200s here. I mean, that's a lot of consolidation for your hourly candles. So we'll just see what happens. I mean, 25 points can take forever to run up here, so. In the Asia market. What, we got a new candle? Yeah, new 30-minute candle, new 15 minutes. So thank you guys all for hanging out with me tonight. Like I said, don't know if we get any more trades. I think if you had the willingness to hold that, I don't see how we don't hit that, filling that imbalance up there. You know, that was a spot that we were looking for longs earlier. So, oh, excuse me, man. Dude, nice freaking 5-minute pump here. I guess I could have been greedy and got my target. I was right there, was my 88. That was the greedy target, guys. Waiting to see if this can push up into that area. Push up. You got this big wick and that big wick at 99. Oh my goodness. Woo, muscles and sore. Started going back to the gym for the first time. Goodness, in like a decade, guys. The muscles are all well, I don't know about muscles, but whatever muscles I have are sore. The soreness. Does this hourly candle get mitigated over here? Man, we've been stuck in this range here since last Wednesday. This was last Wednesday here, guys. We created this bearish order block last Wednesday. And I remember because that day I was actually long biased. I thought, man, we're going back up to the 30,000s. And we did not. I thought we would go back up to the 30,000s here. When we created this, we're about 200 points off the 30,000s. We already had this big trend line, and I saw us break this little trend line here on the hourly, man, and I thought that we were just going to pop, and we created this big bearish order block, and we have been stuck under that thing for a week. So I may try a little scalp short out of this area too if we push up here. We'll just take those off. Thank you guys for the follows, likes, and everything tonight. So hopefully everybody was at least able to find maybe a little scalp in play tonight. This was a nice move to the top side. You know, you have no idea how high you're going to go. We had several levels that we had to work our way through. So the first level was 64. You kind of saw us hit the 64 and kind of struggle to get through that. Then the next one would have been your VWAP at the 70, whatever, 80 here. So that's our next level to get through. Then now we're looking for the 5 minute to kind of penetrate this gap here for a gap fill in. Then you may be able to get like a scalp short out of that area. So that's kind of what I'm looking for to happen to see. I just don't want to chase. And even if we take the short, it's going to have to be like a scalp. Come on, get up in here. We just need it up in here. That's it. like 97. I wonder how often do we get a decent move once the um, low is broken on these hourly candles. All right. I'm going to give this like 5 or 6 points in case this thing just rocket ships up there. Very, very short leash on this. No more than probably 10 to 15 points. Holy goodness, man. Is this thing just going to blast this stuff? Oh. Well, I thought we'd get a pullback here, but man, this thing just does not want to pull back, does it? If it breaks through here, I'm assuming it wants to get up into this gap here. Would be the next target here. What an insane move, guys. Holy goodness. And we left what? Almost 40, 50 points on the table. We took our profit at 70. So we left a lot of points. We left a lot of points. And you still got 15 minutes left on this hourly candle to pump. Man, there's a lot of time left on this candle. See if we get some reaction here at the 25. See if we get some reaction here at the 25 here. I want to see the pullback to what, 200 here, or even a 10. Come on. pretty big move to the top side here. So this is pretty normal. You hit that whole number, which is 25. A lot of times you look for a pullback back into 10. I'm assuming the 1 hour probably wants to fill in this gap here. The top of that gap's all the way at 279. You got 10 minutes left on the next hourly candle. Probably not going to really take any more trades tonight, guys. Man. There comes that, probably that, I figured they'd get that pullback. Like I said, guys, we're probably done taking trades for the night. We've already been on for 2.5 hours, so. And we will be back for the New York session in the morning. We will be trading fundeds in the morning for the New York session. Fundeds and evals. You would think that this would want to run that hourly gap fill in here where we got this blue line. There's a big gap fill in right there for the hourly candle. You got 10 minutes for a new 1 hour candle. Appreciate everybody watching and hanging out tonight. We will be back tomorrow night, more than likely. So thank everybody for the likes and the follows and for hanging out this evening. Like I said, the chart that you're looking at now is the hourly candle. I'm still kind of anticipating to kind of take out this to the downside. I mean, this is just building like another nice little bear flag on top of the massive bull flag that the 1 hour is forming right now. So it's definitely kind of creating a nice little wedge here. So yeah, so we're pretty much in a big old 1 hour wedge. So it could just be very choppy the rest of the night too. So we could just stay in this wedge here just all the way until the London session or something. And you may get the breakout during London, or maybe it'll just consolidate the rest of the night and we'll get the big move during the New York session. That's always the hope. You know, I'd rather get the big move in the New York session and consolidate the rest of the night. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. That's weird. Oh well. I don't know what's going on with that thing. Hope I didn't close it out. No, it's right there. All right, guys, everyone have a wonderful evening. Thank you, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow. What's up, Nick? Shoot.